So I will read the closing arguments, which take about 5 minutes, okay, 7 minutes.
They only have 6
10 minutes?
Yeah, less than 10. And
All
there's
right,
3
but
people left.
our closing arguments, I'll summarize them. First of all, we were starting with an appeal to the Board of Health. We know, and the state has confirmed, that the boards of health in our towns and cities are overwhelmed with responsibility. They're one of the most responsible boards, and yet and departments, and typically they're understaffed, under-resourced. And so we're asking you to consider seriously, is this something our town can do in terms of our own governance structure? We were in touch with Chief Cudmore about the open bed trucks. He told us without extensive training, I think he said it was 4 months, having to let 3 guys or women and men for 4 months go, he would need 3 additional staff and police officers in order to learn and correctly monitor truck traffic violations. So we're asking the Board of Health to also consider in your decision, can your department do it? It's a small department, and this is a 500-ton station. And we know that it's already been a handful monitoring or trying to monitor compliance and violations at the existing site. The other section I wanted to get into was that there's a mental health issue here, and I am a psychologist, so for this moment, I can speak with some expertise. When you don't have credibility in what's being presented, it creates a situation of no trust. And when you have that situation, we're not bringing a candy store in. We're bringing a 500-ton, 1 million pound a day transfer station in. The community has been fraught with anxiety, stress, depression, helplessness. There's a disequilibrium in our community right now because of the threat of this station, which has been minimized by the applicants. Potential dangers and harms have been minimized as if they don't exist. And so we're imploring the Board of Health to remember, we're talking about people. We're talking about human beings who have to react and live with this, and some of whom will frankly leave because it will be creating an unlivable situation. So we have lots of places where we feel the applicant, I'll give you a very simple example. A short while ago, there was a petition at the transfer station touting a new recycling station. I signed that petition because nowhere on it, and in my work in nonprofit and other agencies, petitions are supposed to have full disclosure. I trusted what was on there. Then I found out, I think through Kathy, that it included a 1 million pound transfer station. So it's that kind of duplicitousness or that kind of lack of transparency that has caused a lot of alarm and has lost the applicant a lot of faith from the community. We appreciate that is considered. And one last thing, our last words of wisdom. Leaders are encouraged to remember 7 generations in the past and consider 7 generations in the future when making decisions that affect people, human people. You have a legacy. I know Mr. Thompson, for one, has been a part of town government for decades. We would not... 5 decades?
Yes, ma'am.
5 decades?
Okay, wrap
You
it
don't look
This is
that
my
old.
51st year.
Yeah, we got 10 minutes.
You must have started when you were 5 years old. Okay, so don't let it be a part of your legacy, we're hoping. Thank you.
Sorry.